One of the great festivals of the year, it's not thought of as a religious festival, though it has many religious aspects, is the festival that Americans keep called Thanksgiving. And I have an American theologian, Dr. Simeon Zahl, with me today. So I thought, look, explain to us about this festival that Americans keep. It's as big as Christmas in America.
It's a big deal, yes. So Thanksgiving, at least what you're told in primary schools, that it goes back.
Okay, tell us what you're told in primary school.
You're told that it's a continuing of a tradition that started with the Pilgrims in 1621, where they invited the Native Americans to help celebrate their first successful harvest and to give thanks. And it is religious in that sense. It's thanks to God for the blessings of the year, for keeping them alive.
Well, of course, the historian in me loves the fact that it's got the lovely precision of it, the moment, and it's got the big integrating thing, the natives and the import, and the immigrants and the natives and all that. Tell me, when is it celebrated?
It's the fourth Thursday in November. It's the last Thursday usually.
The last Thursday in November.
Yes. And mainly it's a family holiday. It's even more than Christmas almost, or it rivals Christmas as the time when you get together with your family, whether you like them or not. You're all there and you eat together. You have a huge feast with turkey and cranberry sauce and these kinds of things.
Well, the experts on human rituals say that one of the essentials of any ritual is that everyone knows what's going to happen. You know what you will do before you do it, and you assume that it's the same as what you've always done, even if you only started doing it a couple of years ago.
Right.
So what does everyone in America expect to happen?
Well, you expect that first family that's far away will arrive. You're all in the same house. If you're a university student, you fly back home, even if you're far away, just to be there. So everyone arrives, and then sometime for around lunchtime, at least in my family, this long prepared feast gets put out, and you have a 3-hour meal, and you just eat until you're absolutely stuffed. And during that time, you usually go around and say something that you're thankful for with your family. And then because of it's turkey and it makes you sleepy, everyone then takes a nap afterwards.
Okay. Well, you've said so. Right. We know that it's a ritual. The interesting thing is that it touches this basic Jewish Christian theme of Thanksgiving.
Yes.
Which of course is ultimately the origin of the idea of the Christian Eucharist. Thanksgiving is not a big theme in a lot of Christian theology, and yet it's central to this, which is seen as an American rather than a religious feast.
Yes, that's very interesting. It doesn't, even in a Christian family, you don't think of it as a key part of the Christian year. You think of it as something where, because you're Christians, you view it as Thanksgiving to God rather than something generic. Okay. So at least at this point, it's really pretty unmoored from its religious roots, I would say, in practice. And yet the whole idea of this gratitude, of Thanksgiving, the idea that the good things you have are from elsewhere, is a deeply Christian idea.
The other interesting thing is that festivals make sense in terms of societies, and it's very connected with American society, and it's seen as embracing of the society. It's whether you're a Jew or a Christian or whatever, everyone can do Thanksgiving.
Yes, I think that's right. It certainly makes sense in a country that was founded with religious difference there right at the beginning, that this is a holiday that anyone can celebrate. Famously, unlike Christmas, which gets so controversial, Thanksgiving is one that everyone can get behind, and you feel very American, I have to say, although I'm told Canadians feel the same way about Canadian Thanksgiving.
Okay, so celebrating the festival makes you feel more about what you are and makes you feel more American.
Yes, absolutely.
That's interesting, because of course festivals and identity are so central. I'm struck by the early Christian example. Paul says he has to get there because he wants to celebrate Pentecost with his people. And it's that sense that he's got to be there because it makes Paul feel who he is. So in a way, the very fact that it's not explicitly religious, Thanksgiving is almost a test tube of what festivals are and their importance in human society. And tell me, you're an American, you have a family, you're living in Britain. Will you still celebrate Thanksgiving?
We will, though my poor wife, who's not American, she wasn't quite on board at first. She didn't understand the festival, and so we're a bit better at it now.
You have to be initiated into the ritual. Yeah.
Yes, but now that we have children, it feels more important to me that we do it, even though we're far away.
So part of the festival is you have to hand it on to the next generation.
Yes, yes. It's a way of handing on also their Americanness, because they live over here, and this is where they've spent their whole lives.
Well, look, Simeon, all I can say to finish up is I hope you have a great Thanksgiving.
Thank you, Tom.